Where are the labor rights? Where are the labor rights? Good night, good night, good night. Patricia, my darling, good night. Dawn, good night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, please share the live. Sorry for the late start. Please share the live. We're going for an hour tonight because, guys, we're going for an hour tonight because I know me have a different end for crush over TikTok tonight. Cause I don't know say me love TikTok, you know. So me find a platform over there where me beat and teach PNP all night. So when me leave here so at night time, me just go take a sleep and then I wake up and I go over TikTok, go beat the PNP them body proper. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Regardless of how much people come tonight, we're gonna just continue what we do, and then afterwards, I guess people can watch it afterwards. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good night, good night, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, our finance minister, first female finance minister in Jamaica, historic. First female finance minister, Favour Williams. She made us proud today. Well done, Favour. Job well done. You made us proud today. It was a very good budget. Lot of substance. Precise. Something was in the budget for every single Jamaican. This budget that was presented today in our parliament, it had something for every single Jamaican. So thank you, Favour. Thank you, Andrew Holness, for this budget. Well done. Now, guys, share the live and click on the like button as you come in, please. Click on the like button as you come in and share the live so the labor rights can know that I am here. Andrew Holness Banya, Pro God Banya, him grandmother Banya, Andrew grandfather Banya, and him na leave ya. Andrew him Banya, fi we bro God him Banya, so him na leave ya. Fi we bro God na leave ya. To all the people. Now, guys, first on our budget, we have to start our program with no new taxes. I think this is the 10th budget where the government of Jamaica has presented to the people the Jamaica Labour Party administration under Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Holness has presented the 10th consecutive budget to the people of Jamaica with no new taxes. Unprecedented, no new taxes heaping on the back of poor people. Thank you, Prime Minister Holness. Now, the next thing that Favour spoke about today, guys, is the debt to GDP. And this is very significant. And a lot of times, the comrades don't want to talk about the debt to GDP. They love to talk about, oh, what is debt to GDP? We hungry, we can't buy food. The debt to GDP is like the engine that runs the country. The debt to GDP is like the heart in your stomach. Because as our former Prime Minister Edward Siaga said, it takes cash to care. And if the country not have no money, we cannot do the things that we need to do things for the people of Jamaica. And we must never forget that in 2006, when Percival and Omar Davis demit office, the debt to GDP was 121%. So now in 2025, March, our debt to GDP will be at the end of the fiscal year, our debt to GDP will be at 68%. We have to talk about that, guys. Whether the PNP want agree or not, whether the PNP want admit it or not, the debt to GDP is at the lowest it has ever been since 1962. The only time the debt to GDP was at 70% was before Hurricane Manley take over and mash up the economy. I think that was in the 70s, I think, before Hurricane Manley mash up the economy. I think the debt to GDP was 70%. After that, in the 80s, after we took over, when Manley mashed up the economy, the debt to GDP obviously grew. We had to go and borrow money from IMF. And then, during the Edward Seaga time, we have to be paying back the debt where Manley accumulate. We have to be buying, financing the budget, paying public sector worker, buying energy, gas, everything. So, of course, when Percival took over in 1989, in balloon the debt by the time he left in 2006, the debt to GDP was 121%. So this is very, very important, and every single time when the Minister of Finance or the Prime Minister stand up to speak to the people of Jamaica, we have to remind the people of Jamaica where our country is coming from under Percival Noel James Pattison. So the debt to GDP, 68%. Next thing now, our credit ratings. Again, we have to speak about these things. Because under Percival again, our credit rating was so bad that not even IMF no want to see we. Not even IMF no want nobody, no business, no there Jamaica, no country no want do no business with we. Our banking system was in turmoil. So we have to celebrate these small wins and this thing that the Jamaica Labour Party put in place, that our children and our children will benefit from these policies and these good decisions by Andrew Michael Holness. So guys, Favour, she did an excellent job today. Favour execute as expected. We are not surprised. We are proud. Favour execute. She angled herself. She understood the assignment and she did well. We move on now to Student Loan Bureau. Student Loan Bureau, that was a brainchild of Edward Philip George Seaga. Under the PNP, the student loan was so hard to navigate. Poor people, Pitney was turned off because all of the criteria. Because the PNP, though, guys, the PNP made it so hard for poor people, Pitney, to get student loan. Because really and truly, they didn't want them to get any student loan. You know, the PNP wanted to pull money from this. Not wanted. During Percival time, the PNP was taking money from the student loan to do other things, to do other run with it program, to finance the budget and all those things. So the PNP made it so hard for poor people to get student loan. It was when Andrew Michael Holness came in government in 2016 when he take a little time and remove the student loan guarantee. Now, under Andrew Michael Holness, they will expand the benefits of the student loan. Now, poor people, Pitney, can go and they can get more money to borrow. Poor people, Pitney, can get help with their housing. Poor people, Pitney, can get help with their books, with their laptop. Guys, this is a good thing. This is because Andrew Holness has paid down the debt and free up more money. So poor people, Pitney, can now go to the Student Loan Bureau and borrow money to go to school. And they will pay the same rate that they're going to get 10 years to pay off them loan at no extra cost. There will also be money. They can also get loans to help with their housing, help with their books, help with their laptop, help with their, they're gonna get a little stipend as well. Thanks to the policies of Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. This is a good thing. This is a good thing under Andrew Michael Holness. So if you don't know of a young person in a community that wants to go to college, guide them to the Student Loan Bureau. Guide them to the Student Loan Bureau, guys. This is the thing that the government, this is a government that listens to young people. You ask and the government deliver. The young people said to the Prime Minister, we need more help. And the Prime Minister said, no problem. The government of Jamaica will also invest $10 billion in water infrastructure in our country. Never in history has there been a government that can pull from our tax revenue to do so many things for the people of Jamaica without borrowing money from overseas. $10 billion to be invested in our water infrastructure. We're going to build more catchment. We're going to renovate more pump station. We're going to change out more old pipes. We're going to bring water to the rural part of Jamaica. Time come for rural Jamaica to get water in their houses. Time come for rural Jamaica. Stop War River, go bathe. Time come for the people in rural Jamaica to turn on their pipe and get clean drinking water. This will be a reality under Andrew Michael Holness. $10 billion to be invested in our water infrastructure. Guys, I told you last night that Favor will not be coming with any flair and any charisma and any alabaloo. She's going to be calm, she's going to be collective, and she's going to deliver the substance, and she did. No new taxes. More benefits for student loan children. Our credit ratings is at the highest it has ever been. Our debt to GDP, 68%. That means for every dollar where the government make, 68% for debt, and we have a next, the other how much to 32 for spend in our country. That is unheard of. Under Percival time, our debt to GDP was 147%. No money to do anything. Now the government is investing in more money in rural Jamaica for water infrastructure. Our government is investing more money to build more police stations, to build 4 brand new STEM schools. The money is already allocated in the budget. So you asked and the government deliver. Now let us talk about the JPS benefit. And this is a very, very serious one, because the people of Jamaica will never ever forgive Percival and Paulwell for what they did with JPS. They sold JPS. They sold JPS to a bankrupt company from America, and within 18 months, the company triple time their money and sell back the company, sell back JPS. They sold away our rights. They gave a company a monopoly. They can charge us anything. And now under Andrew Michael Holness, the government will reduce the GCT on our electricity bill from 15 to 7%. The government will be reducing our GCT on our light bill from 15 to 7%. Our government will also be pumping $1 billion to the people them who claim to say they cannot afford to put in proper light and to come off of the thief in light and regularize themselves. $1 billion to pay for the prepaid meter and pay for it to be installed. $1 billion of our tax dollars. So there will be no more excuses for the people in Mount Golden constituency. There will be no reason for the people in Land to say that they don't want to pay a light bill. There will be no reason for the people in Jungle to be thieving light. There will be no reason for the people in Riverton to be thieving light. There will be no reason for the PNP people in Port Royal to be thieving light, because the government of Jamaica will be investing $1 billion to help you guys to regularize yourself. The thieving days are over. Our government under Andrew Michael Holness will be investing $1 billion to help the people of Jamaica who say them poor and cannot afford it. So we expect the thieving to stop. or to at least to cut in half. So that is our government right when it comes to JPS. Listen, Fayeval list out 21 good news in the budget. We can't go over the whole 29 in the 1 hour. So we have to go like 10 and then 10. We have to go 10 and then 10. Because there was a lot of things in the budget. There was something in the budget for ordinary Jamaicans. There was something in the budget for middle class. There was something in the budget for business people. Something in the budget for everybody. And above everything, the government of Jamaica promised the people of Jamaica that there will be no new taxes. Motor vehicle importer can now bring in vehicle in the country and they don't have to worry to find all of the money for pay before them bring in the vehicle and can pay 25%. 25% ban as opposed to 100%. 25%. That is a good look for the business class. And as I said before 2 nights ago, I expect my Prime Minister to be coming with something as it relates to the GCT. Because you know, say them the people and me look both. When it comes to the ordinary people, the minimum wage worker, the single parent, the hard-working people of Jamaica, them me really look out for. And those are the persons that Andrew Holness listen to. The government has also made it possible pumping the money at TAJ. So now you don't have to go at TAJ, go join a long line when you want to pay your property tax or you want to start with your vehicle insurance or anything. You just go online and pay it. That will help with the thieving we are going down there. That will help with the scamming and some of the security. They must stand up at the gate and collect money for people skip line. You guys' days are numbered. Because the people of Jamaica will be paying for their service online. Thanks to the policies of Andrew Michael Holness. There was something in the budget for every single Jamaican. It was a well-rounded budget. Well-rounded budget. The government of Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness is saying to the public sector workers and people in the private sector that if you work the tax threshold is now at $2 million. Well, not at $2 million, over 3 years' time. So come this year, this next month, it's gonna move to 1.8. The other month, the other year, 1.9, and in 2027, 2 million. That is a government that cares. That is a government that is thinking about the people of Jamaica. That is a government that is listening to the people of Jamaica. And for the public sector workers, who cannot be pleased, who want to tear down the country, you guys need to stop it. You guys need to stop it. I was having a conversation with a public sector worker last night. And the public sector worker said to me, say, me auntie teachers, I'm always a lick up against the teacher. I said, no. I'm not lick up against the teacher. My problem with the teachers are that they are greedy. They are greedy. And here's why I said that they're greedy. They know them deserve more. We, the people of Jamaica, know them deserve more. But the government cannot afford it. They are saying that the government, that the politicians took a high salary increase and them could have get it. And I said to the public sector workers, guys, follow me now. Where my people them there? Where J. and Mikhail? One of them. Follow me now. Dr. Clark said that the money that he used to pay the politician was $1.7 billion. Dr. Clark said that the entire amount of money that was put aside to pay the politicians was $1.7 billion. Now, how many politicians are there in our country? How many politicians there in Jamaica, guys? We have 63 members of parliament. We have 21 senators. And we have 228 councillors. Do the math. Somebody add up that and tell me. We have 63 members of parliament. We have 21 senators. And we have 228 right around this, so councillors. How many politicians are there, guys? That sounds like a 300 and add. 63, 200 and add, 21. That sounds like a 300 and add. What about 300 and something? 312, 300 and something. All right. Thank you, Kian. 312. Dr. Clark went ahead and said we have over 100,000 public sector workers. Follow me now. In Jamaica, as it is now, we have over 100,000 public sector workers. But since me not good in a maths, me going to use 100,000. Dr. Clark said over 100,000. Me I go square off it at 100,000 for my mathematical reason, right? So we take back the $1.7 billion what we give to the politician. Let's take back that money. Let's talk about it, teachers and public sector workers. I'm going to explain to you why I sound greedy and unfair. Let us take back that $1.7 billion that Dr. Clark gave to the politician, the 312 of them. Let us give it to the teachers, the public sector workers, guys. $1 billion divided by $100,000, Chris. How much money is that? I remember, you know, over 100,000 public sector workers we have, you know. But me I square it off 100 for mathematical reason. How much money that we have? See DJQ say 17,000. You see that? $17,000 more the teacher them a lock down the sector for. $17,000 the teacher them a make the most for. You see that not make no sense? And remember, you know, guys, over 100,000 public sector workers we have, you know. So if you had the extra them is less than 17,000. So no sister, the argument one was spread, so the government must take back the salary increase from the politician and give it to you. It wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't make a difference. That's about $12,000. What can that do? Oh, tell me, comrades, what I can do? Eh? We not argue and say the politician. If we remove the $1.7 billion that this politician get and give it to Uno, it still don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It wouldn't do nothing for no. So of course me agree so the teachers deserve more. But the government do not have the money. You don't need to be more realistic. The PNP gave you guys wage freeze. Damien Crawford saying prefer to take a haircut and a pay cut. Peter Phillips said him not have no more money if you give you no. The PNP and the Percival promised you no Operation Pride House. They didn't give you no any. And the argument we said from last night, where Damien Crawford said that the teachers must get concession on house and concession from car. What made the teachers so special? Because if you break the rule for the teachers, you have to break the rule for the nurses and the police as well. Where will that money come from? Where will that money come from? If we're going to say to the teachers, we're going to give you concession on houses, then we have to do it for everybody in the public sector, including the permanent secretaries. Every single one of them will work at government agencies as well. Look here, guys, if we don't listen when the budget read, you know, just let's say 150,000 public sector workers we have. About 13 or 15% of the budget go to them. Remember now, we have a population of 2.8 million people. We have a population of 2.8 million people. And the public sector workers alone get about 15% of the budget already. And remember, we still have to pay with debt. Remember, we still have to pay with debt. So when we pay with debt, and we pay a public sector worker, less than half is left for the rest of we in the country. Over 2 million people, less than 50% for share among we. The public sector workers are being unfair and greedy. The public sector workers are being greedy. So it's not like me anti-teacher, me anti-greed. Because the money is just not there. The money is just not there. Uno said the government will take back the salary increase from the parliamentarian and Guno. If the government take back the money chuck and give it to them, when you divide the 100,000 into $1.7 billion, that's not money that can't buy nothing. I remember we have over 100,000 public sector workers in our country. You guys are being unfair. You guys are being unfair. I mean, no, I'm not planning to go to the negotiating table with Fairval, all bullish and go on with yourself. You don't really care about the country. You guys don't really care about the country. Me know you not want, especially in an election year, you not want everything. I mean, me already know. Me already see coming that the public sector workers are going to be very, very aggressive. Me just know. Because all I know I look upon is that the politician them shouldn't get no increase. That is all I know I look upon. The politicians have not gotten an increase since Percival. And when Percival was giving you guys a wage freeze in the 90s, he was taking a huge salary increase and none of you guys said anything. When Percival was pegging his pension to the current Prime Minister's salary, none of you in the public sector said anything. But now when this government has paid you guys the biggest salary increase since independence, you're not satisfied. And that is the fact. And that is the fact. You don't act like the parliamentarian and no family. You don't act like the parliamentarian and a human. They don't deserve a livable wage according to UNO, even though they have not gotten a salary increase for the past 30 years. So, we, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, we are prepared ourselves. Even on the cups of the budget presentation, and Fairval say him put aside. How much $1 billion Fairval say him put aside for pay them, Michael, in Erica? How much money Fairval say she put aside for give them because you know say them greedy? And remember, guys, bear in mind, the 2 million tax threshold are them a benefit. The 2 million tax threshold are them a benefit. See, Sports Nation said 33 billion. Minimum wage earner now benefit from this. If you don't work $1.8 million for the year, you now qualify. A minimum wage earner don't qualify. Me not great in the maths, but we do the maths, they don't qualify. Can you multiply the minimum wage earner salary for the year, then I reach it. You have to be working at least 90,000 a month to be qualified for the tax threshold. Minimum wage earner now get that. So the tax threshold, I want to see him want a benefit. I want to go on like nothing now go on. I want to go on like the government now do nothing for no. This government under Andrew Michael Holness has done more for the people of Jamaica than any other government. And when IMF told Bruce Golding to send home someone on a yard, he never sent no home. And who are going to benefit from the tax threshold? That is why I'm calling on my Prime Minister publicly. Please come next week to decrease the GCT for the minimum wage earner and the poor people them, because this tax threshold is for the public sector workers and they are very ungrateful and they don't vote. Especially the teachers. I'm not going to say that about the police, because the police normally rock labor, because they have sense. But the teachers normally line up behind the People's National Party. The teachers are the most aggressive one when they come to the bargaining table. And them don't vote. They are very, very greedy. And this increase in the tax threshold is for them. Minimum wage earner will not benefit. Minimum wage earner will not benefit from this. See somebody do the maths there. So you have to work 34,000 a month, Dana. You have to be working 34,000 a month to benefit. Is that what you're saying? Minimum wage is 15,000 a fortnight. Tell me how it go. Because I don't know, I don't really know maths. So don't tell me how it go. You have to be working 30, all right, thank you, Dana. You have to be working 34,000 a week to benefit from the 1.8 tax threshold. So minimum wage earners will not benefit. So Prime Minister Holness, come next week, come reduce the GCT of a food price for the poor people them. Because the greedy public sector workers who cannot satisfy will not be voted in the next election except the police, them rock labor. But the teachers line up behind the PNP. The teachers coming like the Republicans in America. The teacher then coming like the Republican people of America who vote for Donald Trump and now then the social media ball say Elon must fire them. The teachers then coming like the people them under the Republican state them, where vote for the Republican Party and are dead for hungry. I saw the teacher them stay. They will not vote for the Jamaica Labour Party, even though the Jamaica Labour Party has given them the biggest salary increase in the history of Jamaica. They are very aggressive and very greedy. And I say that without no apology. This tax threshold increase is for them. The Burger King workers will not benefit. The KFC workers will not benefit. The household employers will not, employee will not benefit. The supermarket worker them will not benefit. Come with something, Prime Minister Holness, for the poor people. Come with something for them. Because these public sector workers, because me hear one of them come for Nationwide 2 days ago, and when Nationwide asked them about them tempering them expectation, them say they will not, and they will go in for the kill, and them want this, and them want that, and them want everything. So me can only imagine when they start negotiate next week a problem. They don't care about the country. They don't care about the country. Because when Omar Davis promised them the increase and Audley Shaw told them in 2009 that the country don't have the money, they took the country to court and bankrupt and mash up the system and set back the country another 20 years. So they don't care. If a $5 they want it. If a $10 they want it. They don't really care. So Prime Minister Dr. Holness, remember the minimum wage earner when you come next week. Please, me I beg you. Remember the minimum wage earner when you come next week. Because I don't really care for them public sector work, and I'm being very honest. I don't really care for them guys because they are ungrateful. They are ungrateful. They are very, very ungrateful. And guys, the People's National Party is attempting to rile up the country to force the government to spend money from the NIR. Let me repeat that. Labor rights, pay attention. Turn on a phone and make video. Call the radio station. Walk in on a community. The People's National Party is attempting to rile up the country, to force the government to spend the money in the NIR. And I want to say something to the People's National Party tonight. When the government spend off the money in the NIR, what will happen to our country in case we have another storm? We are going into the hurricane season. What will happen to our country when another storm hit Jamaica? Where will the help come from? Because you see how President Trump are going, you know. You see how President Trump cut off every single aid from every foreign country. You see how President Trump had dropped tariff all over the place. Where will the help come from when we spend off with money now with NIR for a one-time deal? What will happen to our country when we spend off our NIR for a KFC meal? What will happen to our country? Where will we turn? Who will we turn to for help? We need to reject the PNP. Labor rights, go out in the highway and byway and talk to the people of Jamaica. We cannot afford to let in the PNP. They want to spend off the NIR and then we go back and beg. But who are we going to turn to? Who will we turn to? Because America is not an option anymore. The United States is not an option anymore. President Trump said no help is coming. President Trump cut off every single aid. And I like back in the days when the PNP could have go up Washington and go ask their friends and their cumbalums in the Democratic Party. President Trump said, no help is coming. So we need to sound the alarm. We need to let the people of Jamaica understand that we have to save for rainy days. What would happen if we did spend half the money we Mark wouldn't tell if we spend that in 2022? What would happen to our country if we did spend half the 50 billion, how much billion we Mark wouldn't tell if we spend? Beryl, we had Beryl, we had another tropical storm, we had about 9 months out of rain last year. What would have happened to our country? And here comes the run with it and fix it later government coming to tell the people of Jamaica that the government should spend the money in the NIR. We need to reject that and reject that firmly. We need to reject it. The People's National Party is known as a run with the government. And that is I saw them stay from ever since. Now guys, listen to this now, right? Did you know that China has been giving Jamaica loan and doing things for the Jamaican people and Jamaican government from Percival time? How much I want to know is that China was already in Jamaica doing things for Jamaican government and helping as relates to cheap loan to do things. The big white elephant down at Trelawney, China make it. The convention center down at Montego Bay, China make it. You did know that? Type in a chat and tell me if you didn't know that. Alright. So follow me now, labor right. Who remember when Audley Shaw used to tell Omar Davis and Percival to go to China and get cheaper loan as opposed to going to New York? Who remember that? I'm going to walk on how the PNP mash up the country, set back the country, and we need to be careful. Who remember when Audley Shaw used to ask them to let's go to China? All right. Some people say they remember. So remember, you know, China has been here from in the 2000s. China was the one who made those two. We got the loan from China to make those things. So my argument to you is this, guys. Why didn't Percival and Omar engage China to build the highways? Follow me now, guys. Tell me if me I make up story or me I make sense. Why didn't Percival and Omar, instead of going to Bogie, the French company, why didn't they at least try the two company and which one makes sense then work with the one? What do you think? Why didn't Percival and Omar engage China Harbor to build the highway from the get-go? You know why? Because when China Harbor financing a project, them have to build it. Follow me now. When China Harbor is financing a project, them have to build it. You see, so that won't work for Percival and Omar. You know why, right? That won't work for Percival and Omar. You know why, right? Because every project where Percival and Omar do, them have to make a money out of it. Also, anytime any country coming in to get a contract, them have to get a finder's fee. Who remember that? Now, when Percival and Omar engage the French company to build the highway, they sell out every single thing. I mean, it was a bad deal according to Bruce Golding. If you don't remember, Bruce Golding spoke about it. Right now, my child and my child can't now go pay off the debt they will owe to the French company for the highway them with them bill. For the road at Portmore and the first phase one with Percival bill. My child and my children will not pay off that debt where Percival incurred from the French company. So I am saying to Percival and Omar, why didn't you guys go to China Harbor and get a lower rate? Why didn't the PNP engage China Harbor? Because they wouldn't get a chance to thief any money. Because you remember, guys, when Bruce Golding came in 2007, Bruce Golding and Mike Henry told the people of Jamaica that within the first phase, Mandela Highway was supposed to develop as well. And the PNP eat that money and did not develop Mandela Highway. It was when Bruce Golding and Mike Henry come in, they had to find a different money to pay the French company to develop Mandela Highway. Who remember that? Who don't come now, guys? We have to remember where we are come from, We have to remember where we're coming from. It was when Bruce Golding won the election. When Mike Henry was the minister, Mike Henry gave the contract to the French company to build up Mandela Highway. When PNP should have done it in the first phase, they eat up their money there. That is why the PNP could not ask China Harbor to build the road. Now me hear the PNP with an argument, labor rights. Talking about Andrew Holness, no sign, no deal for build no road. If my memory serve me right, Chopper tell me, and one other guy, Bernard tell me, say, the idea or the project to build the road has been on the books from 1960s. From the 1960s, the then government wanted to expand the road network. They just never have the engineer. They couldn't find an engineer in the 1960s to do it. So the argument, labor rights, where the PNP has spread, talking about, oh, PJ, this and PJ, that is no brainchild of Percival. That is no brainchild of Percival. It was always the intention of the then government from the 1960s to build out the highway and build out the road infrastructure in our country. So when Percival did it, it was no good, it's not no grand, not way developed. It has always been an idea. It has always been a concept and a PJ concept. And the fact that PJ built the highway to the detriment and so many death on the people of Jamaica, he gets no praise for this. He not get no praise, no labor right, no go on no platform and praise PJ for no highway because he heaped on a bunch of debt on the people of Jamaica. Over 600 million US dollar worth of debt. PJ left Dewey with the 2 highway when bill. Uno Google it. The 2 highway that PJ built, well, the one when bill, when finish, and the other one when start and mash up right before the 2007 election, where they rush figure do and spoil. He heaped more debt on the people of Jamaica. Remember, guys, I mean, hear the PNP again and say, guys, that it was the PNP who engaged China Harbour to finish the North-South Highway. Lies. Lies. When the PNP rushed to do the highway because they want to go win election and spoil it, and the French company take away money and leave it. You know, remember, Bruce Golding spoke about it in the parliament. Bruce Golding spoke about it. Xi Jinping at the time, which was the president now down at China, he was the president then. He came to Jamaica, can remember, you know, them they already give the government money to build the 2 white elephant with them bill. He came to Jamaica, and Bruce Golding at the time and Mike Henry engaged him and asked him for help. And at the time, we was in a serious IMF deal, and we could have borrowed no money from nowhere because IMF locked we down tight. And when Bruce Golding went to China, Bruce Golding telling us so we can't borrow no money, but we can come with a deal. That is the time when Bruce Golding give them the sugar company and give them some land. Who remember the time there? Come the labor right, we need to remember where we're coming from so we can beat the PNP. That was the time when Bruce Golding negotiated the sugar factory and gave them some land. And China Harbour finished the project. Bruce Golding was the one. So when you hear the PNP talk about Portia, the highway had absolutely nothing to do with Portia. It was Bruce Golding. When you remember the Palisades, when the Palisades used to flood under PNP, and when Bruce Golding won the election, he fixed up the Palisades, China Harbour did that. China Harbour did that. It was the Jamaica Labour Party was the first government who engaged China Harbour, not the PNP. Not the PNP, because the PNP now give nobody no contract where they can benefit from. Remember that. It was Bruce Golding who renegotiated to finish the highway where the PNP mash up. So when you hear the PNP talk about, oh, we Andrew sign and we Andrew do. Bruce Golding did that for us. And when Andrew won the election in 2016, he opened it. That is the fact. Mike Henry, Bruce Golding, Monica, we need to know the facts. So when you hear the PNP telling the government to run with it and fix it later, we need to reject them, because never in history has the PNP make any decision that the people of Jamaica benefit from. And last time I did on one platform, and I hear the PNP talking about the St. Thomas leg of the highway. Again, that was brute, that was Audley Shaw. Audley Shaw. Because the deal that Portia make with China Harbour was gonna cost the people of Jamaica $500 million US, and plus it was supposed to be told. It was Audley Shaw who went back, renegotiated, get it cheaper, get a bigger stretch of road, and no toll. Labor rights, walk into the highway and the byway and talk to the people of Jamaica. The PNP should not claim no highway development. The PNP should not claim no infrastructure development. Because the one road, the Percival bill, we not stop pay for that road until God come. And the 2 road where Andrew Holness and Mike Henry and Audley Shaw and Bruce Golding negotiated, the people of Jamaica is benefiting from it. The Williamsfield leg of the highway, that was a loan from China with money from us, and we're already paying down that debt already. We are actively paying for the Williamsfield leg of the highway already, even though we not have no toll upon it. So the argument that the PNP is walking around telling the people of Jamaica that the government should speed up the NIR, we need to reject it. All the PNP want to do is run with it program so they can give PNP people money. So PNP people can show up a Friday daytime down a JUTC and collect check. PNP people who have never worked a day in their life. All Mark Golin want to do is run with it. All Mark Golin want is him and a bunch of tapanaris to line them pockets. We cannot afford to let the PNP get them hand on the NIR. And when we in a conversation with them and them talk about PJ Patterson infrastructure and highway, we want to mash down that lie. Mash down that lie. PJ starting the highway project was not for the benefit of the people of Jamaica. PJ starting that highway, it was a way for PJ and Omar to thief up taxpayers' money. PJ starting that highway. First of all, we have to be paying the high debt to Bogie or Bogue with their name. Plus the people of Portmore have to be paying to go to them yard. We have to make sure that we re-elect Andrew Michael Holness to continue to pay down the debt so we can give the people of Portmore a break. So we can give the people of Portmore a helping hand so the government can go in back and renegotiate and say, listen, we need to find a way where we can give the people of Portmore a relief. Where we can either buy it back or them cut the costs. We have to make sure that we re-elect Andrew Holness so he must go in back and renegotiate that deal that Percival and Omar made. It was a bad deal. The people of Portmore need a break. The people of Portmore need a break. So in our third term, our government under Andrew Michael Holness will go in and see what kind of relief. Either way, either if you build another part of road where the people can drive or find a way. Remember, you know, guys, bear in mind that in the deal that the PNP made, Mandela Highway enough to develop. The people they must come through the toll so they can pay the big money. There's never been a time in history when the PNP has made any policies that benefit the people of Jamaica. I know you have Mark Jefferson Golin coming now to tell the people of Jamaica to run with it and fix it later. How will we fix it? How are we going to fix it? Remember, there will be no United States of America to turn to. And again, guys, I saw where the outgoing Prime Minister, the outgoing, non-performing, most hated Prime Minister in the Caribbean, Keith Rowley, making news. It might look relevance because the people of Trinidad reject Keith Rowley. The people of Jamaica, the people of Trinidad reject him. He can't go back from the electorate because they hate him like poison. Putting out statement to say that this and that and in visa and in all type of nonsense. I put it to you, PNP people. Tell the country how much days Jamaica can last without America. How many days can Jamaica survive without United States of America? How many days can Jamaica economy survive without the United States of America? How many? Talking about standing with Caribbean and standing with CARICOM, and you reject that and you reject that. Look here. The mood where President Trump and the mood where the Republican government in right now. The Andrew Holness government now take no check. Michael Manley is on record saying that when Kissinger come to Jamaica and said to him, say, Michael Manley, change your foreign policy. And Michael Manley looked at him and said, no, me not change it because of principle. By the time Kissinger get back America, the money where America promised Jamaica, then take it back. Who remember that? When Kissinger told Michael Manley to change his foreign policy, and Michael Manley said, no, he must stand on policies. By 1976, the shelves were empty. We can never go back to that. We can never set back our country. And Michael Manley said, regret it. So me I ask the PNP and the PNP surrogate them. We are hiding a WhatsApp group and a talk. We can't come out bold and say anything. How many days can the Jamaican economy survive without the United States of America? I mean, you don't say eat wanna grow and grow wanna eat. We now get the seed from the plant. We now get the fertilizer from fertilizer on the crop. We now get the chicken feeding for the chicken. We now get the fuel for keep Jamaica lights on. What about the tourist industry? Where will the tourists coming from? Listen to me. Listen to me and listen to me where labor rights. Listen to me, labor rights. The Jamaica Labour Party under Andrew Michael Holness, based on the budget that was the presentation that was read in the parliament today, that is definitely a Jamaica First agenda. That is definitely a Jamaica First agenda. We're going to preserve the NIR to prepare the country for the shock effect. We're going to save money in our account to help the country when we have a storm, when we have a hurricane, when we have a pandemic, in case we have tariff. I would have you know this, labor right, in closing, that Donald Trump say he might go do reciprocal tariff. Donald Trump say for every country that charge a tax to America to export goods, they might go charge we a tax as well. Did you know that Jamaica put a lot of tax on all the American things? Number one, the tax where PNP put on the call, when American people calling home, the tax that the diaspora have to pay. That is a tax. Did you know that? The tax that we charge the diaspora as it relates to the tourism. We charge them an extra tax for ticket and we charge them an extra tax for something else. Did you know that that's a tax? And President Trump is saying that he's going to put on reciprocal tariff. Suppose President Trump casting yipe on Jamaica now. In Dana, suppose President Trump cast his eyes on Jamaica now and say, since we tax them tourists, them are going to tax we back. Since we tax the diaspora to call into Jamaica, them are going to tax we back. What will happen to our country? What will happen to our country? We have to make sure for the next 4 years, we have to make sure that our NIR is strong. See, Erica, airport departure tax. Thank you. What will happen to our country if President Trump casts his eyes on Jamaica? And nothing will cause Donald Trump eye power quicker if we try to be defiant about keeping the Cuban doctors. Nothing will get attention to Jamaica more than we putting our chest up against President Trump. That is what happened when Michael Manley tried it in the 1970s. We cannot go back there. When Kissinger told Michael Manley to reverse his foreign policy stand and leave Cuba alone, and Michael Manley said no, he must stand on principle. By time 1976, our shelves were empty, our line of credit was closed. So you are saying to me now, President Trump is threatening reciprocal tariff. I want to tell we say we must go against the United States, talking about visa. This is bigger than visa. This is bigger than visa. We need to stay under the radar. We need to keep ourselves quiet and wait him out. We don't need to stoke the bear. We don't need to do that. We cannot afford that. What about the banking system? All the people who love shop online. What about the banking system? What would happen to Jamaica if America closes out of the banking system? How will we do business? How will Jamaica survive? What will happen to our country, guys? When President Trump put on travel advisory, what would happen? We cannot follow them. We cannot listen to them. Michael Manley tried it in the 1970s and he set back the country 30 years. Our government under Andrew Michael Holness will not jeopardize our country. And that is why Fayeval tabled this budget in the parliament today. Jamaica first agenda. Jamaica first. More help coming for young people. More money coming for the public sector workers. More money coming for the business class. More money coming for the rural areas. More money for the people of Jamaica. NIR is strong. Credit rating is strong. We have to maintain it. We have to maintain it. So we have to make sure that Mark Golding and the PNP do not get their hands on the tax dollars. We need to make sure that Mark Golding and the PNP don't get their hand on the NIR. And them are rail up the country to say that, oh, we not have no money and time hard and the government have all these money put down. We have to save for rainy day. We have to save. We cannot run with it. We cannot run with it. And we're not in the position like Canada. Because Canada have a lot of natural resources. Canada have mineral. Them have this, them have that, them have oil. We don't have nothing more than sand and sea. Nothing else. We don't have anything to bargain with. So guys, in closing, it is for us to go into the communities, talk to the people of Jamaica, talk to the undecided, introduce them to the policies that are coming. Let them know that this government under Andrew Michael Holness is being responsible. Explain to them in a layman terms. Just like when you work and you put aside the money for rainy day, that is the same thing that the government is doing. We cannot feast today and fast tomorrow. We can't spend half our rent money. Because we're going to end up out a door. Just talk to the people of Jamaica. Let them understand. Let them understand. I mean, no Prime Minister Holness is coming with more goodies for the people of Jamaica. I know him come with something for the minimum wage earners. I know him come with something as it relates to housing and as it relates to a break in the price of food. Because the Prime Minister dip on the ground. And the sentiments on the ground is very, very clear. Housing and food. And job. And we already cross off job off of the list. The lowest unemployment. We already crossed off health for education, student loan bureau. So the government is coming now next week with something for the cost of food and something for housing for the minimum wage earners. We know that this government is listening. We know that this government is listening. So all we have to do now, guys, is go out and talk to the undecided. Listen to them and listen what them have to say, then you respond. Allow them to speak. You see when I go to the road and I see somebody and they say, Munchibi, me not vote. Me say, why? And then give me one long story and I listen. Oh, this and that. Oh, this and that. Oh, Andrew Wellness. Oh, I mean, just listen. And then me start to explain. And by the time it done, they say, boy, Munchibi, you know, easy, you know, how much Andrew Wellness I pay you? When me explain. That's all we have to do. That is all we have to do. Talk to the undecided. Talk to the young people. And public sector workers, we're asking you guys, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Do not set back our country. Allow our country to grow. Give the generation coming up a chance. Do not bust the budget. Do not be greedy. Do not be selfish. You guys did it before with Audley Shaw. Please don't do it again. Me not so enough bargain for one. I mean not so enough negotiate. But be responsible. And be fair. Be fair. That is all you have to do. And when the election is called, put no X beside the bell. Put no X beside the bell. Because no other government has done more for public sector workers than Andrew Michael Holness. And that is a fact. All what the PNP will come with tomorrow is just political gimmickry. No other government is on record. No other government has done more for Jamaican people than Andrew Michael Holness. There is no reason to vote for Mark Golding. There is no reason to vote for Mark Jefferson Golding. None whatsoever. And no matter when come with tomorrow, it doesn't matter what promises and propaganda that Mark Jefferson Golding come with tomorrow. The fact still remain that Andrew Michael Holness has done more for the people of Jamaica than any other government. And the government of Jamaica want to continue to do more. When the debt to GDP falls to 60 or 58, then the government will have more money. And the teachers can say, yes, we bang we belly long enough, so this is what we want now. Give us this, give us that, invest in this, invest in that. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning into Munchibi Talks Politics. No, and a Mark talk tomorrow, Bridget. Julian. Julian talk Thursday, I think. Mark next week. Guys, I want to bring up the likes to 200 likes, please. And thank you very, 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 very much for supporting my program. Thank you for watching my live. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, please to subscribe. And every single phone in our house, whether on a husband phone or on a children phone, subscribe to my channel so the channel can grow. Please. Subscribe to the channel, share the live, watch the live, like up the live, leave a comment, and thank you for watching. And guys, I want to know, some want to see me over TikTok in the late hours of the night and beat the PNP. Because I know I don't have nothing to do. And to be honest, I like Charmaine. Even though the PNP, them a cuss her, say she a labor, right? I like her because she give everybody a chance to speak. And she mostly turn over the platform to we. So me like her. So Labour right, me say so not support her. We can support her for the time being. When it no worth a while anymore, we left. When it no benefit we no more, we left. But for now, we can use our platform to sell our policies because she have 700 people who watch her at night time. So that is why I go on it. Can sell the policies of the Andrew Wellness government. Yes, Mickey, that's why I go over there. Because when me see you and Caution and Eliad PNP up there spread narrative, me have to go up there. I have to go up there because she have a big platform, and that when you see them the platform up on TikTok, we no walk past them. We have an election to win, and we have the policy, we have the performance, we have the track record. So when me go up there night time, I beat the PNP. Last night, Caution up there tell the people about how Portia Simpson and Miller get the gift from China to build the children's hospital, and the Jamaica Labour Party name up the money and the hospital can done and a China money. When me dip in the facts and show him in shame like a dog. Because I saw the PNP stay, then spread false news and false narrative. And every little fart when they get in the PNP WhatsApp group, they run with it. They don't do their own research. So a quick Google search me was a lick him when he talk about the government not spend no money on the children's hospital. That is a lie. Our government is spending money on the Cornwall Regional Adolescent Children's Hospital because of the People's National Party. They sat on the gift that they got from China and make COVID come and all these things come and balloon the cost, and now the government have to be putting money on it. That is the fact. They can't beat we pan facts. We don't have to tell no lies. We don't have to lie because our government is a government of performance. Our government is performing. Talking about, oh, JUTC, how much money need to look into JUT. Under the PNP, the JUTC was a cash cow for them. The PNP made sure to build all the depots in PNP Garrison, where the PNP Dan used to just, the driver used to just drive out the bus and park up somewhere in a task in a El Tamar in a PNP Garrison and just pump out the oil. It was when Darrell Vass came in and mashed that down and shut that down. They can't talk about JUTC. The government have to hire, the wage bill have to go up at JUTC because we're hiring more drivers, because we have more buses. That is common sense. We have more buses, we have to hire more drivers, therefore the wage bill are going to go up. The reason why the PNP is suspicious, because they know what they used to do when they were in charge. They can't distract we. They cannot. So Labour right, please. I'm tell Labour right, them live in Manchester, if you text me and call me, because we're going to have a meet up and whatever. Me tell Labour right, they live in Manchester Central and Manchester Southern. Send me a message and whatever, so we can organize after Sunday when they choose the candidate for the South Manchester Division. And we're going to meet up on a Zoom call and we're going to start to do door-to-door with the candidate. I don't want nobody call me and ask me for campaign until the government, until the GenSec settle the seat. After Sunday, when the seat is settled, then we can start the campaigning. Me not campaign with no candidate, with no settle. Me not like division. Me not like confusion. When the party GenSec settle the candidate on a south, we hit the road and try to win back that seat because we do not want Peter Bunting in our parliament. So the people who live a south, will reach out to me, me hear you, me see you, me get the message. I will come after Sunday, not before Sunday. And I want to thank, guys, before me left, you see Warmington in a parliament today? Oh, Jesus. How we go tell us if we put Warmington behind Fayetteville? Who them tell if we go put Warmington behind? Oh, Jesus. Warmington put on a beating today. Warmington are the perfect height man. CTM, you sent me a message where? On this phone or on TikTok? Where? Me say, Warmington, boy, me tell you guys, one Warmington couldn't be two. One Warmy could not be two. He represent today. He back up Favor. He support Favor today. He was, yeah, in back of Favor. Nobody could bully Favor today. Nobody could bully her or overpower her with them voice today. Warmington stood 10 toes down for Favor today and support her and back her up. And I love that. Big up Warmington. Big up Warmington. I saw the Labour Party stay. Because Labour Party love women, you know. And I like the PNP, they don't love women. Labour Party love women. And Favor did an excellent job. Favor did a magnificent job. We're proud of Favor as our first female finance minister. She did a great job. She represent the country. She represent the party. She execute beautifully. We are proud of Favor. We give her 9 out of 10. And we could have given her 10 too, but we'll give her 9. She did well. Very, very good. We have nothing to worry about with Favor. Job well done. Job well done. Big up Favor and big up Andrew Holness. Big up Andrew Holness, big up Favor, and God bless the Jamaica Labour Party. Good night.